carry Kalan in your heart. Let yourselves be his instruments. Kalan's strength lies in purity.
Stop! Where do you think you're going?
Can I look around?
Can you walk in and look around? Well, as it happens, you can. Reinhold recently ordered that everyone can enter to see with their own eyes what we do with heretics. So go in and look around. If anything will push back the power of temptation, it's what you'll see in there.
Those self-righteous bastards. They should all rot. Every last one of them. Can't you see the truth about them? And you. What about you? Don't tell me you're planning on joining those lunatics. You can't be that stupid. Just get me the fuck out of here, will you? These bastards have got no right to keep me here.
You're obviously not here willingly.
No shit. I was kidnapped so they could try and brainwash me into joining this cult. But they won't get me so easily.
How did you end up here?
They said we attacked one of their outposts. Total bullshit. What do they think I am, suicidal? Anyway, they wouldn't listen. They dragged me here and tried to brainwash me. But their bullshit didn't take. I remembered everything. And so instead of setting me free, they dropped me down here.
Where are you from?
Tavar. A bunch of these assholes came over the border. These idiots I was with were too busy fighting among themselves to see the clerics creeping up on us. They ambushed us out there and then dragged us to Ignadon after we'd been wounded.
But you do have a plan.
Plan? I don't have a plan. Not yet. I just know I have to get out of here. I won't let them turn me into some mindless slave.
And you expect me to help you?
Expect? I don't expect anything. But I hope you can see what these clerics say about free people is bullshit. They don't care about freedom. They want to brainwash you. So, will you help me?
I've got no reason to help you.
Yeah, you say that now. Wait until they try to do to you what they've done to me. Then you'll be asking me for help. Come back when you've reconsidered.
No, no, no. Not me. I won't. Kalan will save me. Sin. No.
Move along there. Keep clear of this area.
My mind is always left clear after a time.
Kalan be with you. What brings you to me? Are you here to pay your tithe?
Yes, I am here to pay my tithe.
Faith serves, Kalan honor us all.
But let's get to the point. As the highest suggester, I don't have much free time, as I'm sure you understand.
Suggestion?
The correction of those who have strayed from the path of the pure. As the high suggester, I assist the minds and souls of the lost to return to Kalan's ways through suggestion. Kalan's will works through a skill all clerics must learn. The mind must be free from false teachings. The body pure, free of the poison of Elex. Only then can we be at one with Kalan and his community. As a patriarch, it is my job to guide and advise. The will of Kalan clears the mind.
How do you clear someone's mind?
Through suggestion. We have developed technology, implants that allow us to guide the minds of others. It takes training, but it means we can bring people back to the pure path, or suggest to them that they do things that will assist us. It is an art that only the clerics understand.
Do you use suggestion on the other factions?
When necessary. But suggestion is a tricky art, and it is always better if you can persuade someone instead of manipulating their mind. That said, suggestion is a useful weapon when necessary. I wish we could use it freely on the Albs, but they have proven to be resistant. Some say it is because they are strong of mind, others that it is because they have been poisoned. But I think the answer is more straightforward. Their commanders are using an extreme form of brainwashing on them already. Their minds are already being controlled.
You do know why that is right. Can't you remember anything?
Yes, I remember. All
So, here's the Wanderer I have heard about.
You've heard of me?
I know everything that happens here. So much so that some have taken to calling me the Eye of Kalan. I am Reinhold, Judicator. I stand watch for all those in the Hort. And the Hort stands as the guardian for all of Magalan. Such a duty requires vigilance. It means I must ask of everyone who comes here, are you friend or foe? Do you come here to gain the blessings of the clerics, or to oppose us?
Yes, I want to become a cleric.
Then Kalan will welcome you. Good. I can see potential in you. Let us hope that this potential can be realized. May your time in the Hort be peaceful and productive.
Tell me about the other Judicators.
Judicator Johann fell on the battlefield. His is the highest honor. May Kalan have mercy on his soul. Judicator Ulbricht is responsible for the defense of Idan and all operations outside its borders. His is the grave duty of overseeing the war against the Owls. If you have any intelligence that might help him in his duties, you will find him in the upper halls of the cathedral.
Halt. State your business. Only officially authorized personnel may enter. The archives are sacred stores of knowledge. Our faith preserves us, and we preserve the wisdom of our ancestors.
What wisdom?
The scriptures, the writings, the texts, the foundation of our faith, and old world manuals that support our technology. Here the worthy study. Here the worthy learn. And unless you're worthy, you aren't coming in.
Forget it. I was about to go anyway.
Then don't let me keep you. Kalan bless your path.
I won't argue with that.
Hey, you! I need an adjustable wrench and a set of retaining rings. And, if you are up for it, bring me a weapons-grade Elex battery, a pressurized air intake valve, and what was the last?
I'll get the things you need.
Wait a second. There is still something missing. Let me think now. Damn it, it was right here. I had it a moment ago.
Do you want my help?
Quiet. Oh, damn it, that's my line of concentration gone. You know how hard it is to get a moment's peace to think in this place? Damn it, what the hell was it that I was thinking about? I think I will have to get the tool myself. The machines we build and maintain here, they are all that will stop the Owls. But, do I get the resources I need to do the job properly? Do I, hell?
What's got you so stressed?
We used to work. We used to make things and think of the future. But now everything we do is for combat. I didn't become a mechanic for that. But I suppose we all have to do our duty if this war is to be won.
It sounds like you think your work is important.
Now you're sounding like a legate. This isn't ego. This isn't about me. This is about getting the equipment our forces need. You don't think that's important? We are the only ones who can really stop the Owls. That takes a toll. That means everything here has to go smoothly. That means I've got to get production running at full capacity. And it means I need someone to take care of some of the day-to-day things while I get all this working properly.
Pay me, and I'll help you.
Deal. It's not like I have time to waste. I need you to get me a set of replacement parts. With all the mechanics we've lost recently, we are chronically undermanned here. So, this list has been sitting here waiting to be sorted. If you're available, I need you to get over to my supplier and get me those parts, okay?
No problem.
Thanks. I'll see you when you get back. Good luck. We need those parts.
Where can I find your supplier?
He's a trader. He sets up business near the gate during the late evening hours.
What did you think of the last sermon?
To be honest, I wasn't really listening.
We need to show greater resolve if we're to defeat them.
Sure, okay.
Yes, I think we can do that.
Trolls, mantises, raptors. It's crazy to travel out there.
If you don't try, you don't win.
The mechs that went into Abessa pretty much killed that whole party.
If you're here to train with me, then forget it. If I see you running around with an holstered weapon, you're going to get a very painful weapons safety lesson. You have to earn the right to train here, Initiate.
Understood.
That is what I want to hear.
How can I earn something for myself around here?
You take the next step of the journey and show your commitment. The Horde suffered an attack by mutants about a week ago. They came from the north or northeast, and the survivors returned that way. The men I sent after those survivors haven't returned. If you find out where the mutants are coming from, there will be a fair payment waiting here for you.
I'll kill those mutants.
I'll give you the coordinates I sent my men to. See if you can find out what is bringing those mutants so close to the Horde. Then kill them and return to me. You're dismissed.
Yes, I think we can do that.
Don't take it personally.
Problem comes down to supplies. are you doing?
Where did they pick you up? You look like you've walked through the whole Alb War to get here. Here, take this. It looks like you could use it. Just don't tell anyone, all right?
Thanks. The food is appreciated.
Manners, too. I hope you stick around. From now on, though, you'll have to fit in with the daily rations. Once a day, in the refectory. It might not be tasty, but it'll keep you alive. The daily rations are free for our happy family of clerics. Everyone else has to pay.
How long have you been in charge of the refectory?
I was assigned here when the last food technician sent a dozen men to the infirmary. It wasn't my first choice, but the job came with a promotion, a safe posting, and a complete absence of rippers.
Do you feed everyone here in the Hort?
Yes, with help from others and our technology. It was join a faction and stay alive. So, glory to Kalan. Yes, there are some issues. Some of our order are a bit strict to the point of being an asshole, and the food sucks, but at least we're not murderous outlaws.
What goods have you got?
Of course.
Oh, why is the food so bad?
Ignadon's rocky soil isn't the best for growing things. So, we have to supplement with manufactured substitutes. Nutritionally balanced, designed for body, and a balanced metabolism. They sort of forgot the flavor.
Why don't you trade with the other factions to get food?
That question's way above my rank. But I suppose we just can't afford to be dependent on them. But you're right. Maybe supplementing our supplies is a good idea. I know some people on the outside who haven't joined the faction. They could trade with us. Yeah, that would help them and us.
Why haven't you started trading already?
Because I want this done diplomatically. To organize something we can keep going in the future. That means finding someone who understands the people out there as well as those in here. Do you think that's you?
Where are the people you want to trade with?
They've set up a makeshift camp southwest of Hort. Find our outpost out there and go north. You'll find them there. See what they need, and if we can make this a long-term arrangement, right? That will make a real difference.
I can negotiate the food supplies for you.
This will take tact. I don't want guns waved around. There's to be no bloodshed. But if you really want to make a difference and help us start working together, then I'm prepared to trust you. They put together survival packs with fresh meat in them. They're hunters, you see. If you could get me 20 of those packs, anything we can get to supplement what the foraging units bring in has to be a help. So talk to them and see if you can make it an ongoing arrangement.
there's something you're looking for, I'm here to trade. And I can offer you top quality for a decent price.
What goods have you got?
Of course.
You didn't come here to pray, did you? I can spot the devout. And you don't look like you're here to ask for divine assistance, am I right?
You're wrong. I'm here for Kalan.
Really? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who didn't want to see the truth about themselves. You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. For all the thirst for knowledge in this place, people can be a little focused. They want logic, straight answers. They forbid anyone from looking deeper into things. And that's crazy. I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you closer to Kalan. So what's wrong with getting some answers? Which brings me to you. I'm betting you have answers, and I'm betting you're the curious type.
Does Kalan approve of betting?
Yes. No. Who knows? I mean, some of those texts are hard to work out. Unless you just believe what people say they mean. But then I guess that's why I keep getting in trouble. So, are you going to help me?
Tell me your problem.
Have you ever heard of the prophet Arvid?
No. Should I have?
Oh, yeah. He's the founder of our order. The reason why the clerics exist.
Tell me about Arvid.
Well, sure, okay. Like I said, he's the founder of our order. He was born about 200 years ago, we think, and he was the first to be enlightened by Kalan. After the comet hit, it was his burden and his privilege to lead people into a new future, to save those who had survived. The first followers were here, in the Horde, They had saved technology from destruction, and Kalan showed them how that technology could be used to help all the people of Magalan. They reached out to others, but not everyone listened. You can see what became of the rest when you look to Tavar.
What did Arvid do?
He wrote the rules that have bound us here in the Horde. And our ancestors began research on how Elex could be used for the good of all. With it, even though our community was small, we were able to defend ourselves from the malice of the godless.
All seems a bit vague.
Yes, I know. I mean, some details have been lost in time. Some believe Arvid still remains among us, although that is nonsense. Some uneducated people wanted to proclaim him a god, even during his lifetime, but he always spurned this idea. It is likely that he saw his time coming. According to the lore, grief about the unreasonableness of people tore him apart from the inside. And when he could take the pain no longer, it is said that he left the people with the words of Kalan and went into the Great Light. Scholars are still arguing to this day about what the Great Light is exactly. Some say that he rose to heaven to Kalan. Others claim that he set forth to find the reason for the crater. But that's exactly my point. I want to know more, but only certain scholars are allowed to see the text. But there's something about Arvid, something about those early works that doesn't make sense. And I can't work out why. But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. I sneaked in, they threw me out. I was lucky to avoid re-education. Concentrate on what's right here, right now, they told me. It is only possible to change the future if you draw the correct conclusions from the past, they said.
So you need access to the archives?
No. Well, yeah, that would be great, but for now, I just need a book. All that I want is a copy of Arvid's teachings. There has to be a written copy, or a recorded copy somewhere. It's just not available to us out here. And that bugs me. So, do you think you can get into the archives and get it for me?
I'll think about it.
Good. Great. I would like to give you the following, in any case, before you are on your way. I am certain that I can get something from the recordings that will be of use to all of us. Then, maybe, I'll finally understand what our purpose is.
Why is this book so secret?
Because we are to serve Kalan in combat and not to interpret his words. They say we are missing the necessary vision to understand his divine message. But I would like to learn that for myself instead of having it spoon-fed to me. Maybe it's nothing, but I can't let it go.
I will get you the book from the archives.
Thank you. This is one mystery I can't wait to solve.
What can you tell me about the archives?
It's a store of knowledge from before the comet hit, and it is where all information found in the rest of the world is brought. Our archivists are attempting to glean all sorts of information from the scraps of data we were able to retrieve from outside the Horde. The work is very time-intensive. So, the archivists don't like it at all when people interrupt their work. So, they will have you thrown out if you manage to get into the archives without authorization.
Any suggestions for how I get into the archives?
I've been thinking about that, and there are 3 ways. You could watch to see when Carl, the guard on the archives, leaves his post. That might take a few hours, and I personally have never seen him leave his post. But hey, he has to move at some point, doesn't he? Or you could access the security console and put your name on the access list. But the simplest and most obvious solution is for you to join the clerics.
But aren't you interested in what's going on out there?
Can I help you?
Follow me.
Sure. Remarkable country.
help you.
Okay, that should be child's play. It seems to have worked. Not now.
Don't mess me around. I'll mess with you.
Goods are the whole heart of trade. What's the world without trade?
I am going, all right?
The things our world has achieved that are now lost to us.
This.
got your back.
Right, you wanted this. Oh, that's oh. 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 Oh.
There must have been a lot of civilians living here once.
You were lucky.
Yeah, well, maybe I...
About the outlaws in the farm.
You mean the threat on our doorstep? The canker in our midst? They who should disappear?
The outlaws have gone.
Gone? You mean... You've not brought me any heads, have you? No? No, good. Look, here's your reward. And the Dome City's thanks. And if any more outlaws take up residence there or inside the city, let me know. I would like to remain informed. It was good doing business with you.
I recalibrated the antenna.
Yes, thank you. We've already started to get messages through. We've had to do a bit of clearing up at this end, but that's a minor issue. What do you think? Is the station to the northeast in a good state, or are we likely to get another failure?
I'd recommend stationing some people there to defend the antenna.
If it were only that easy. There are always other things to demand resources. Ah, well, I'll just have to see if I can persuade the powers that be. Here, this is for you. You shouldn't think that I don't value your service to our cause.
Is there anything we're not short of these days?
Stormson is alive and well.
Where is he?
The clerics helped him escape.
Then he really won't be able to return here. I hope he finds peace with them.
Stormson can't return. He said I could have his things.
Well, he didn't own much, and most of it was taken by Angram's men. I did find a few shards he had stashed away. Here, take them, as thanks for your news.
What goods have you got?
Understood.
Stormson has joined the clerics.
Then all doubt is gone. He was a traitor. It is as well he was stopped. I hope you warned him what will happen when justice finds him.
I'm not here to serve you.
Be careful what words you choose. You are walking a dangerous path. This man was made welcome here. He was given tasks suited to who he was. Yet he chose to break the law. Let his fate stand as a lesson before you choose to defy the word of a warlord.
What are you doing with that damn technology?